Welcome to a special edition of 514 Sports with Paul Decary. Today is Monday, June 14th, 2021, and it's game day. The Montreal Canadiens are visiting the Vegas Golden Knights tonight in the Stanley Cup semifinals. Game 1 goes in Vegas at 9 p.m. at the T-Mobile Arena. It's not the conference final, but the Stanley Cup semifinal. The NHL is yet to decide, but it looks like they will not be awarding the Prince of Wales and Campbell Conference trophies this year, as the conferences do not exist. There's 4 divisions, and it's a little bit of a different scenario this year. So conference finals, the Habs, since 1980, the NHL has gone to a 16-team playoff format. This is the 8th time the Canadiens have reached I'm going to call it the third round, or what we previously known as the conference finals. The record in those 7 previous series are 3 wins and 4 losses. So getting to the Stanley Cup finals on 3 different occasions. In 86, winning the Cup. In 89, losing to Calgary. And in 93, winning the Cup over Los Angeles. On contrast, Vegas, the Golden Knights, this is only their 4th season in the NHL. And it's the 3rd time they're reaching the conference final or Stanley Cup semifinal. And their previous record is 1 win and 1 loss. Making the Stanley Cup finals in their first season in 2018, and losing in the conference finals last year to Dallas in the bubble, which was played in Toronto. So, like I said, 8th time the Habs are in the semifinal. Funny little fact: we've only played 3 different teams in the conference final. Played Philadelphia 3 times, and then the 2 New York teams. So we've only been to 2 different cities. So it's kind of strange. The Rangers twice and the Islanders twice. So going back, 2014, we lost to the Rangers. Price and Gallagher are the only 2 players remaining from that team. Price was injured in Game 1. I think that was our year to get there. But Chris Kreider knocked out Price in Game 1, and the Habs went down in 6. 2010, we also made it, lost to the Philadelphia Flyers after defeating the Washington Capitals in round 1, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, goaltender was MarcAndre Fleury. So the Habs beat Fleury and the Penguins in Game 7 of round 2 to lose to the Flyers in the 3rd round. Previously to that, 93, the Habs beat the Islanders in the conference finals to go on to win the Cup. 89, the Habs beat the Flyers, going on to the Stanley Cup finals. 87, the Flyers again. This time the Flyers got the best of us. Wound up losing to the Edmonton Oilers. 86, so the Habs had a pretty good run there. 86, the Habs beat the Rangers, going on to win the Stanley Cup as well in 86. And then in 84, the Islanders again, losing to the Islanders. That was the last conference final victory for the Dynasty New York Islanders of the early 1980s. So this will be the longest distance traveled between 2 teams in a conference final, or in a Stanley Cup semifinal. Previously, you had the Toronto Maple Leafs, who were in the West. You got to remember that. In 1993, they played the Los Angeles Kings. That would have been a dream final, Montreal-Toronto, but Gretzky and the Kings beat Toronto. There was about 3,500 kilometers between the 2 cities. Montreal and Vegas, you're looking at about 3,600 kilometers. So longest distance traveled for any team to in a conference final or a Stanley Cup semifinal. Montreal's previous longest distance to travel was in 1971 when the Canadiens played the Minnesota North Stars. We beat them and ended up winning the Cup that year as well. So let's go back to the Canadiens and Vegas Golden Knights. All time, they've only played 6 times. Vegas has had a very successful 4-year existence in the NHL, but the Habs have an amazing record against them. The Habs are 5 wins, 1 loss against Vegas in the 6 games. 2 wins in overtime, 1 win in a shootout. We won the first game in 2017, and then Vegas beat us that same season in February 2018. But since then, the Habs have won the last 4 over Vegas. Like I said, 5 wins, 1 loss, 3-0 in Montreal, and 2-1 in Las Vegas. Here's a little funny little fact. The Habs' first NHL season was 1917, and the Golden Knights' first NHL season was 2017, 100 years apart. We've already talked about how successful the Golden Knights have been in their first 3, now 4 NHL seasons, making the final in the first year. Well, they're not the only team to do that. In 1917-1918, the Canadiens made the NHL final in their first season. They lost to the Toronto Arenas, but just like the Golden Knights lost to the Washington Capitals in their first season, but the Habs in their second season end up winning the NHL final, not the Stanley Cup, the NHL final in 1918-1919. Whereas the Golden Knights in their second season, they lost in round 1. Golden Knights conference final in their third season, and conference final again in their fourth season. So just throw a little fun at it there. The Habs did have a better start in their first 2 NHL seasons than the Golden Knights. Mind you, there were a couple of less teams, 3 or 4 back 100 years ago, and now there's 31 teams for the Golden Knights. So let's go a couple of matchups we're really intrigued looking at here. We've got a great matchup in nets. We've got MarcAndre Fleury against Carey Price. The 36-year-old Fleury against the 33-year-old Price. Fleury drafted number 1 overall in 2003 by the Penguins. Carey Price drafted number 5 overall in 2005 by the Canadiens. So both high draft picks. Regular season, MarcAndre Fleury, fantastic. 3rd all-time in wins with 492 wins. He's got a .913 save percentage and a 2.55 goals against average. Carey Price, not as successful in the wins category. He hasn't played for a stronger teams as Fleury has been involved with Crosby and company most of his career. But Price still has 360 wins in the regular season, a .917 save percentage, a little better than Fleury, and a 2.50 goals against average. Ranking Price 21st all-time in wins. Fleury is 3rd. Number 1, Martin Brodeur, 691. Patrick Roy, 551. And Fleury, 492. Playoffs as well. Fleury's had a lot more success. 89 wins to Price's 38 wins. Save percentage, Fleury, .912. Price, .920. Price doesn't have the wins, but he does have the numbers in the playoffs. And goals against average, Fleury, .253. And Price, .236. Fleury is a first-time finalist for the Vezina Trophy as a 36-year-old. This year in 2020-21 with the Golden Knights. Price has been a finalist twice for the Vezina, and he won the Vezina and the Hart in 2015 as the league's best goalie and the actual league's best player overall. So there's another matchup we'd like to look at here. Everyone's talking about the trade. Former Canadiens captain Max Pacoretti was traded in September 2018 to the Golden Knights for Thomas Tatar, prospect Nick Suzuki, and a second-round draft pick, which turned into be Matthias Norlinder, a Swedish defenseman who was yet to play for the Canadiens. So Pacoretti, 6-time 30-goal scorer, 5 of them with the Canadiens in 10 seasons. Regular season, 304 goals, 605 points in 811 games. Playoffs, pretty impressive in the playoffs as well. In 68 games, 24 goals, 22 assists. Nick Suzuki, not as much to look at, 2 seasons only. But if you look at the regular season, 127 games, Suzuki's got 82 points. So that's a pretty good pace for the young kid. He was named to the NHL All-Rookie team in his rookie season of 2019-2020. And Suzuki's even more impressive in the playoffs. 21 games, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. And then you look at Thomas Tatar. Okay, he's a healthy scratch right now. It's not helping the Canadiens, but he's been pretty impressive for the Habs in his first 2 seasons anyway. This year was a bit of a slower season. Tatar, first year with the Habs, 58 points, career high. Second year with the Habs, 61 points, setting a career high once again. 625 games total, 176 goals, 201 assists for 377 points. 6 times 20 goal scorer. That's pretty good. 2 of them with the Habs in the 3 seasons. His first 2, he scored over 20 goals. But playoffs, Tatar has been a pretty big disappointment. 40 games, only 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points. And like I said, right now he's a healthy scratch. So not looking too great over there. But let's hope we don't need to see Thomas Tatar. That means people are getting healthy and coming back into the lineup. Cole Caulfield is one of the guys who's replaced Tatar. So if he gets in, let's wish him the best. But not really looking forward to seeing Thomas Tatar in the playoffs. So let's go to the series schedule. Game 1 tonight goes in Vegas at 9 p.m. Late start. Hopefully the it doesn't go to too many overtimes, and we can get to bed at a decent time. Game 2, Wednesday, June 16th, 9 p.m., also in Vegas. Games 3 and 4 at the Bell Center. Friday, June 18th at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. starts in Montreal. And Game 4, Sunday, 8 p.m. also, June 26th. Games 5, 6, and 7, if necessary. Game 5 in Las Vegas, Tuesday, June 22nd, 9 p.m. Game 6, if necessary, Bell Center in Montreal, Thursday, June 24th, Saint Jean-Baptiste. It would be nice if the Canadiens could knock out the Golden Knights in 6 games on Saint Jean. 8 p.m. start. And Game 7, if needed, Saturday, the only Saturday game for the Habs in quite some time, at 9 p.m. in Las Vegas. So that's about it for the Canadiens Canadiens and Golden Knights. Like I said, it's a special edition. I'll talk to you guys after Game 2 on Thursday. Just to recap, last night the Islanders won Game 1 over Tampa Bay 2-1 to take a 1-0 lead in the other Stanley Cup semifinal. So thank you very much for listening, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and go Habs, go!